the only thing I can really operate is an Etch-a-Sketch. Now, the concern I have right now is I do have electronics over here, and I know there's a certain level of static electricity coming out of the top of your head. So I'd like to take your batteries out first. Is that okay?
That's okay.
But what I've done is to help Loren out, we do have a new version of Etch-a-Sketch. Now, you've heard of the iPad, the iPod, the iThis, the iThat, and what we have now is the iLoren. Okay? Now, what we have done here is we have taken an Etch-a-Sketch, okay, and what we've put on here is an off-on switch, Loren. So we'll go through this. I've got a manual for this. So you just flip that on, and it turns it on. Okay. Now notice his hair is standing up a little bit more. And the other thing we've done is we've attached a mouse to this. So now you've got an electronic version of Etch-a-Sketch. Do not try to plug this in, though. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll have lessons later on, and you can marry it with the other stuff that you've got over there.
Bill Mayhood? He'll be my instructor.
So anyway, Loren, it's been an absolute pleasure working with you this year, and I figured you'd get a kick out of it. All I heard all year was I can barely use an Etch-a-Sketch. So, Loren, you're going to have a lot of time to experiment with this. So, and to erase it, all you do is turn it upside down and shake it. See, that's how it is. And the instructions are on the back. So, let's hear it for the iLoren.
Thank you, Arley. Okay, and the next person, we have an old-time player called Hector Hasbin. Hector, come on up.
I got more applause from backstage. Thank you very much. I was drafted by the Cubs back in 1958 when Loren was just a budding senior at Mountain View High School.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you remember this mitt? You might recall I took it out of your locker about 40 years ago. You know, Loren was a really good baseball player, and the district tonight spared no expense in having me come here to talk a little bit about Loren's baseball past. Loren has a lot of the records at Mountain View High School. And he'll be the first to tell you that high school was the best 7 years of his life. Loren was also named the most valuable player. The most valuable high school player. Unfortunately, he was a junior at Santa Clara University at the time. He was a pretty optimistic pitcher. And occasionally, you know, Loren had this bad shoulder, and every once in a while when he threw a pitch, it would land in the grandstands. But Loren would tell the coach, just a little high and outside on that one. Then while Loren was at Santa Clara University, this is sort of a really good award for Loren. He was named Comeback Player of the Year all 4 years.
Coming back.
You know, he's also one of those guys that like to get into the dugout to motivate his teammates. And I remember once it was a particularly intense game. And bottom of the 7th inning, he came back to the dugout and he said, you know, just a couple of grand slams and we're back in this, guys. You know, speaking of grand slams, Loren, do you remember how many, I think you hold the record for having thrown a number of grand slams in one game. And I remember the coach at Santa Clara, after about the 5th grand slam in this game, he walked to the mound and he was carrying Loren's suitcase. He set a lot of records at Santa Clara University as well. Many of them have been unequaled, and most of them have never been printed. He also holds the distinct honor of having an NC2A award for the number of times he's been told, "We'll get him next time." He was also a pretty good base runner, but there's one time he sort of let the team down. He was on second base, and the fellow at bat hit a 3-base hit, and Loren was tagged out at home.
Already got it timed.
You know, another thing that made Loren so successful in his high school and collegiate career was he used to carry a tub of Vaseline in his pocket. Every once in a while he'd doctor up the ball. There's some in there as well, Loren.
Yeah.
But all kidding aside, I'd like to thank Loren and Diane. They sort of took a risk on a farm boy from Hollister.
We had no choice.
You tell me I'm the only one that said yes. And I've enjoyed this entire year, and I'm looking forward to the new one with Roger Hassler. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Larry. This time I would like to, you know, when you were doing your proclamations,
Yes.
you missed someone. We have with us the Lord High Mayor of Rotaryville has come here specially to make a presentation to you.
Thank God he's not wearing a kilt tonight.
Thank you. That was 2 dozen roses from Mrs. Mayor, right? 2 dozen? Oh. Governor Harper, I've got a proclamation here for you.
Thank you.
That's not it. That's not it. Oh, wait, maybe this is it. Here. Whereas clowns have long been known as the ambassadors of joy and goodwill and bring happiness in children and adults, proclaim the week of August 1st to... Oh, that's not it, I'm sure. I'm sure it's nothing to do with International Clown Week. Let me get... Nope, that's... Oh, wait a minute, I'm sure it's this one. Gold foil, gotta be. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for... Oh, sorry, that's the beginning of the Declaration of Independence. I'm sure that has nothing to do with you. Okay. Oh, I've got it now. A proclamation. Hear ye, oyez, oyez. Please position your proximity and play with particular perseverance attention to the platitudes presented in this peculiar proclamation. District Governor Loren Harper.
Past district governor.
Whereas the nickname Jet has less to do with velocity and more to do with the trying to associate himself with that cool James Dean character from the movie Giant. Whereas he has spent all that time pitching at Santa Clara, but had to go all the way to San Jose State to make his one great catch. Think about it. Whereas both country and Western have refused to claim him. Whereas he has already won the Sidney R. Mitchell Award, the Carl G. Orrin Award, the Service Above Self Award, and now the Get Out of Dodge Award. Whereas ever since he became district governor, his absence from the Warm Springs Club has made it the Cool Springs Club. Whereas Governor Loren's support of the San Jose Sabercats and Kittens has sent the team right out of existence. Whereas after 2 years of follically challenged jokes, we will finally have a governor with a full head of hair.